Wow, honestly you man, I am lost for words. Tonight, we have agreed a 100 million fee to sign Mudryk in the January window. At this point in time, Mudryk is getting on a plane, flying to London to complete his medical to sign for us. Honestly, why did I tell myself that today I could have a free day? How stupid of me, you guys. I was in the gym right now as this news was breaking. I had to finish my workout, get my ass back to y'all quickly and get ready to make this video. Honestly, the things we are doing with this new ownership, I'm lost for words, you guys. But to move on, I also want to discuss some updates behind our efforts to sign Madueke, and I want to give my predicted lineup for our game versus Crystal Palace tomorrow too. So right now, you guys, if you're gassed and excited by the new era we are in under Todd Boehly, please hit that like button and share your thoughts and opinions as well. Let's get straight into things. So right now, my friends, let's discuss the breaking story around Mykhailo Mudryk. As I said, he is on a plane right now, flying to London to complete that medical. By next week, we should see him playing in a Chelsea shirt. This is the second target we've been Arsenal to the signature of. We know that Arsenal had plans to sign Joao Felix on loan. That went nowhere. They couldn't afford it. And then we signed him on loan. And in the space of one more week, we have beaten them to their main transfer target. And maybe I'm being a bit cynical, but it does kind of feel like we're doing everything in our power right now to stop Arsenal from winning this Premier League. So, wow. Todd Boehly is not here to play around. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions afterwards, you guys, because as I said in yesterday's video, we know that Todd Boehly is planning on a summer clear out to revamp the squads in favour for Graham Potter. And I think right now he is starting with the attack. We are seeing a transformation, and you're looking at some of the attacking players we currently have in the team. Most of these guys will be out the door right now, so it's absolutely crazy times that's happening. But right now, let's discuss the context behind this move, the deal, and actually how things got agreed upon to begin with. So in terms of the fee agreed, that's going to be around €70 million base fee with 40 million in installments. So when you convert that to UK currency, that's around like 60 to 62 million up front, and the installments will be around 30 to 35 million, which is going to be around like 110 million in total. And if you quickly compare why we're spending 100 million in total for Mudryk and not signing Enzo Fernandez now, Benfica want the full amount of money paid in one go, the full 106 million pounds. That is a crazy amount of money. With Mudryk, we're paying for him in installments, which of course makes things better for the accounting books. We got news that Paul Winston-Lee and another member of the transfer team flew to Turkey, where Shakhtar have been training, to secure the move and finalize talks with Shakhtar Donetsk. A fee has been agreed upon, as well as personal terms as well too. Mudryk will be signing a contract taking him to 2030. He'll be signing a 7-year deal. Now, as I've been saying for a while now, Mudryk was never exclusively setting his heart on signing for Arsenal. They were the best possible option for him to leave Shakhtar Donetsk, but a better club came in, irrespective of how terrible our season's going compared to Arsenal. The context is different. We are rebuilding, we are revamping the team, and we're pushing forward now. And I think, you know, it's a nice direction to beat one of your domestic rivals to the signature of a key player they've been after for a very long time. It was reported that the Shakhtar board made it quite well known to Mudryk that, you know, we had intense efforts to sign him, and Arsenal had plenty of time. You know, Arsenal have been hoping that they could secure the deal for between 75 to 80 million pounds, and realistically, if we did not get involved, maybe there's a massive possibility they could agree to sign him for the right price. But for us, and with the money we have in the current investment, this investment is not infinite. We can only invest big now for probably like another year and a half, but we completely eclipse their bids, and it's no surprise now that we're about to sign him and he's about to become a Chelsea player. Now, I love this extract I read in The Independent. Basically, it was giving context that, you know, with Arsenal doing everything they could to try and sign him, the extract does say that after Arsenal missed the asking price, The Independent has been told of an aggravation at the club, which reflects a feeling within the Premier League that the Stamford Bridge hierarchy are getting involved in everything. I mean, what do I add to that? Like, you guys, I'll let you take that how you will for yourselves, but right now I think I need to give some thoughts and opinions. I'm not going to lie to you, it's disappointing that, you know, news of 100 million being spent on a player isn't going to be for Enzo Fernandez. I'm still praying and hoping that something is being cooked up behind the scenes, and with this board I have to remain hopeful because they're doing some special things and they have a bit of something when it comes to securing guys in the transfer market. The reality is, after Leao was basically confirming the fact that he'll be staying with AC Milan, there's not many top-class young left wingers in the European market, and Mudryk is probably like top 5 when it comes to like under 23 left wingers in the game right now, so I can definitely see why we had to buy him. If we're hoping to damage teams on the counter-attack to add more danger in the transition, players like Joao Felix, as we saw versus Fulham, it felt like Graham Potter dropped the lines more so we could attack more in the transition to allow the dribbling 1v1 threat Joao Felix and co to take the game to Fulham. So if we can add a Mudryk alongside Felix, alongside Kai or whoever's playing in the game, we are a completely different attacking unit right now. And wow, I feel like in terms of the dynamism and pace, things we've been missing now for like 2-3 years. Every big team needs profiles and personnels like this playing for them. They make the difference. We saw this today with Man United with the impact that Garnacho made, Rashford, Anthony, you know, wingers who can beat their man, taking the game to Man City and making things happen. Honestly, this is a good buy to Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, maybe even Kai Havertz. If Kai Havertz doesn't step up, level up, we'll have to see what happens with that one. But there are plans now to secure Joao Felix on a permanent deal in the summer. We're signing Mudryk. We're coming close to agreeing something from Madueke at this point in time, and that is literally a brand new attack alongside hopefully Hudson-Odoi returning back on loan from Bayer Leverkusen, him and Mudryk fighting for a place left wing spot. Makes sense. Joao Felix and then Kunku for next season. Oh my lord. And then you're telling me Madueke and maybe another youth guy coming from the ranks, filling up the quota spots. I mean, come on, it's exciting times, and I'm really looking forward to seeing like the final Chelsea attack from next season onwards. Right now, the most important thing is though we need to get a midfield player. It means nothing if we don't have that midfield player that can come in and change our game. And I'm praying that if we're doing Mazza in the market right now, please something come out about Enzo Fernandez that we're still going to make this happen here. So you guys, please share your thoughts and opinions. How do you feel about this? Are you excited? Are you a bit skeptical? Are you confused? Or honestly, I really don't know. Share your thoughts and opinions, man. Right now, let's move on to the next story. Let's discuss some more brief updates around our efforts now to sign Madueke. Now, we know that late last night we made an initial offer of around £26.5 million towards PSV. PSV are still holding out for around 40 million or a similar fee to Jackpot, which I think was around like 38 million pounds. So we're still not too far away. In my opinion, of course, the fact that PSV, of course, showed a lot of interest in David Fofana, I would not be surprised if somehow he is included, because right now, with the players we're signing, I don't see him getting as much game time, and with the season he's been having for Molde, it makes sense to be somewhere where you're getting consistent minutes, leveling up, playing in a great league as well too, and playing with quality players around him, like guys like Savio, guys like the Simmons as well too. Hopefully he is the key part now to securing a player like Madueke. And I'll be honest with you, I'm liking the profiles we're looking at. Goal scoring wingers, wingers with pace that can run in behind, take the game to their opponents and get goals. That is the key thing. Players that can produce shots for themselves, that can take strikes, that pepper the keeper. You know, players that don't need to play this like rudimental type of football where everything's so textbook and you're trying to walk the ball into the net. I understand what these men are trying to build with our attack right now. We got some more context behind why we're even targeting Madueke to begin with. Now, he's a personal target of both Paul Winstonley, who worked with Graham Potter at Brighton, where both him and Potter were massive admirers and actually tried to sign Madueke at Brighton for previous seasons, as well as Christopher Vivell, who also tried to sign Madueke for RB Leipzig. So listen, he's got a lot of thumbs up now from a lot of big guys at this football club, and you know what, like I said in yesterday's video, I will trust their judgment. These are new times. I'm not going to be super cynical, thinking like I know best. I don't know what tools they have, but I trust them because these guys have put in great work in their previous teams. Look at the investments Brighton made. Look at RB Leipzig, where they're constantly just rebuilding with adding excellent young players who go on to play for the big teams in Europe. Still though, let's see what happens. Like right now, I don't see us signing both Marcus Thuram and Madueke. I think it would be between either one, depending if we can sign them for the fee and price that we want to sign them for. But I'm definitely open to a Madueke on the right wing. It'll be an interesting option, and you know, as I'm stressing, to make this work, to take this to the next level, midfield has to be the key investment now. Hopefully next summer. Listen, I can accept focusing the attack right now and then focusing on the midfield for next summer. And hopefully Enzo Fernandez and Declan Rice are 2 players that have been added to the team. But right now, my friends, let's end things by discussing the predicted lineup for our game against Crystal Palace. Now, please, my friends, you know, put your guns down. Please don't be blasting at me right now, as I'm always stressing. I'm trying to guess what lineup Graham Potter might pick. I'm not picking my own personal lineup. If I was to do that, you guys would hate me even more. So I've really got no clue what to expect. But a part of me is kind of feeling like tomorrow we must be seeing the debut of Badiashile, because I'm sorry, KK Bally, man, it's not working right now. I've been a bit disappointed. I praise this guy for the distribution out from the back, but in terms of defending, in terms of going wide to help support the fullbacks, I feel like there's a reason why we're looking a little weaker now in these wide areas, losing the key duels. And you know, under Thomas Tuchel, for example, we were dominant in those wide areas. We were forcing teams to have to pass into the middle where we could win balls back with our midfield and the intensity we had at the time as well too. All those things are a thing of the past right now, so it's a massive shame. But I do think tomorrow it's a game now to use Badiashile, and I feel like with his distribution and the aerial presence, this guy is very good in the air. I think that Palace would be a great test. Alongside him, I've gone for Silva. I've gone for Trevor Chalobah and Cucurella in a back four with Kepa as well in goal. Midfield, I've gone for Cover and George, and in attack, it's Chukwuemeka, Mount, Ziyech and Kai Havertz up front too. So it's a bit of like a 4-2-3-1, but with Graham Potter, we know that he likes formation flexibility. So I picked this team because maybe if we're defending, it'd become a back 5 with Ziyech dropping into the right wing back spots. And then you've got Mount dropping into midfield as well too, to support Cover and Jorginho as well. And when you attack, it can become like a 4-2-3-1, or you could keep 3 centre-backs back, really push Cucurella up front on the left, with Ziyech on the right hand side as well, supported by Chukwuemeka, Mason Mount making those late man runs from deep. Probably based on the players we have right now, this is the lineup I'm going for. I consider guys like Aubameyang, but I just think realistically, and it's not the fault of Aubameyang in my opinion, he just doesn't suit or complement us. He doesn't press. He only offers like one good thing, and unfortunately we don't even have the personnel to take advantage of that. So he's a bit of a liability in this team right now. And I feel like maybe this is the strongest lineup. I think maybe Lewis Hall was, you know, a good game versus Fulham. A part of me would also like to see him play, but I do think now is probably a good time to just rest up a little bit because he played a few days ago. And I think that was probably originally the plan, to have Lewis Hall start that game and then have Cucurella start the game versus Fulham. If there's one youth guy that has to play though, it must be Carnes. I feel like every time he's come on, he's looking to make things happen. He's looking to receive in tight spaces. He's looking to drive with the ball as well too. And he is not afraid to take shots on goal as well too. I can see why Neil Bath is a massive admirer of this guy. And he is someone that could really just announce himself even more. And I'm hoping that he actually gets more opportunities before the season ends, because realistically, we ain't doing too much, yeah. But regardless, that is my predicted lineup for the game versus Crystal Palace. Share yours. Please let us know what you guys are thinking. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. I need to have a shower. I'm still sweating. I'm still smelling. I'm absolutely hungry. I'm feeling quite lightheaded because I was really pushing myself hard with that workout today, my friends. So on that note, I'm the EFC. This is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys there with some more videos. Cool.